Hello, I finished the anger management class. These are my notes from September 26, 2015. It was a Saturday. I was accused of a crime which I did not do, and my lawyer, the public defender, said, please accept the plea bargain, please accept the plea bargain, your case will be dismissed. And that's how I ended up in the 13 anger management classes. California has a 54 or 52 week or 50 week anger management program. My teacher said here they have a 13 times 2 26 week and a 13 week. The 13 week is basically, he mentioned it was for people that there were no bruises on the woman that accused them of abusing her or punching her or doing something. So that's how that goes. Like in one of my classmates, he said that he rented a room to a woman. He lived in the house, and she paid rent, but as soon as they started having sex, then she didn't want to pay rent, so he said he was going to evict her. So she called the cops and said he had choked her, and that's how he ended up in the classes. Some of these guys are old. They're 50. I mean, 50. I'm 42, so that's not that old anymore. All right, so here we go with the class notes. Page 1. Domestic violence is a pattern of abusive, controlling, and intimidating behavior. A pattern means that it's repetitive. It happens over and over again. It's a control through fear. And then it was PMS, physical, mental. Welcome. Or financial. For instance, you could make gestures like pointing a finger with a gun, or you could give a look that you're going to hurt somebody, or you could make some other type of action that would cause fear. And the teacher divided the class into, or didn't divide, he mentioned there are two types of domestic violence, for women or men, because he teaches both. The pit bulls, they attack instantly. Alright? And the cobra sits back and waits to strike at the right time. So I always consider myself a turtle, because I think about what I'm going to do before I do it. Alright, here's an example that some people do. They could start sharpening a knife in front of the other person. They don't say anything, they just sharpen the knife. That would be a cobra type of behavior. They could start cleaning their gun after an argument. These are types of intimidation. The goal is to control the other person. Physical, emotional, sexual too. For instance, in sexual, they just get another sexual partner. And there are 5 types of, I don't know what the 5 types of what? Controlling behavior, perhaps? Financial. Here's another opinion that someone mentioned. Jail just costs money. It doesn't help people. Most countries and other cultures, they control through power. And power is in the hands of men. And I wrote the word here, leadership. But they say that you're trying to be controlling. Because I want to read the Bible with my family. That's one of the things. Now here we have defense mechanisms. These prevent us from being honest. For instance, some people, they constantly lie, and they believe that what they're lying, what they're saying. Others, they blame the other person. She made me do it, he made me do it. The third group would be minimizing. Oh, it was just one slap. It was just one punch. It wasn't. So they minimize it. All right, page 6. The theme, intimidation and threats. maybe there were 10 themes in the classes or 8 themes, and they go over and over them. Threats must be believable. For instance, some people give open, vague, or veiled statements. They say, you never know what will happen while you're sleeping, or something like that. Others start yelling at you with curse words and so on. They just start yelling and yelling. Others, they'll threaten, I'll call the cops. The point is to intimidate. For instance, some people block the door. Others, they yell. Another one said that he went in, or this is like cases that the teacher mentions, he put duct tape and a sock in the mouth of the woman because she was yelling. I believe she was yelling, that's what. So, in my own personal, what do? I do something constructive. I just start painting. Again, the teacher drove a motorcycle, so he mentioned that when the railroad tracks are sideways, and he was going on a motorcycle, he slipped and fell, right? So the tracks have to be parallel like this, and then you can cross the railroad track. So that was a way of explaining that you must be able to get along in a positive manner with the people that you live with. The technique I use is called, like Gandhi's technique, only love. Love conquers all. So I can only give them love in a serious face, because sometimes life gets difficult. So you have to understand people by giving them love, or getting out of the room that they're in if they're in a bad state of mind. All right. Were these classes helpful? Yes, you can always learn something. Were they worth the $20 a month? $20 a Saturday? 20, 40, 60, 80. Wow, that was $80 a month. Well, I didn't pay for it. Most of them, I didn't pay for it. I do have a blister. I work sometimes with a shovel. All right, again, I didn't take this happened the last time I worked with a shovel too. I didn't take gloves. Wear gloves if you're gonna do gardening. The way I look at it, God owns everything, all the money, even my nose, and He provides this bed, this cat, this room, this electricity. He provides everything for me. Some people say that I live off of people. Perhaps, of course, yes, I do. A lot of people support me. So the way I look at it, everybody needs help. Now, if they want me to become more constructive, that's why I am spending my time getting my muscles. Painting is a lot of work. Painting and doing carpentry. Eventually I will have enough skills so that I'll be able to do some work. Then I'll be able to pass on my skills to someone, perhaps a young man or a young lady that wants to learn carpentry. Alright, so those were my notes. Do something positive with your time. Avoid going to jail by having money. If you have money, you can avoid many problems. Like if you don't pay your driving ticket, you could end up in jail. One gentleman didn't pay it in New York, 2007, and it was 2014 when I met him in jail in Florida. He said that they're all connected now. The computers are all connected, so pay your bills. You must have money. All right. God bless you and those that surround you. Go do a good deed. Go help somebody.